My name is Tory Waggoner'. I'm currently a senior majoring in English and secondary education. I completed my fellowship in Buckeye, Arizona, and it was from August 2010 through November 2010. And this picture here is my homeroom that I taught. So I was at Bales Elementary School. It is one of 6 schools in the district of Buckeye, one of 6 elementary schools, and then there are 2 high schools. It's located about 40 minutes outside of Phoenix, so they have recently started developing a lot. It used to be more of a farming community, and now they're experiencing a lot of urban sprawl. So they've just exploded in population, lots of new businesses and things like that within the past 10 years or so. And this is me in front of my school on the first day. So my experience, I was student teaching 8th grade English. I started lead teaching week 2, one of the homerooms, which was on the first slide, which is rather unique for student teachers. Normally you have about a month of observation and then you kind of ease into lead teaching, but I started in week 2. And then from the end of October through the end of my fellowship at the end of November, I taught all of the 8th grade classes. And I taught a variety of things, including grammar, short stories, and writing. And that's me with my mentor, Jody Chesbrough. So what did I learn? Intellectually, I learned a lot of behavior management skills. For new teachers, behavior management is certainly the hardest thing, and you can't really learn a lot about it until you really just get in there and start teaching. And then I also learned about curriculum design. My mentor teacher had been teaching for 25 years, so she had a lot of curriculum, but then I also got to develop some of my own lessons that I got to teach. And then I also learned a lot about adolescent development. 8th graders are at a really interesting stage in their life, and it's really important to know where they are developmentally so you can teach them appropriately. Personally, I gained a lot of confidence. You have to be very confident to speak in front of 25 8th graders every day for several hours, and so I gained a lot of confidence in myself. And then I also learned to overcome daily obstacles. Being a teacher, you kind of, you never really know what you're going to get every day. You never know what the lesson's going to be like. So I learned to just overcome those things when I was feeling frustrated or stressed out or something like that. Overcome those and still teach anyway. And then I also learned about adapting to a new environment. I was in Arizona for 4 months and I didn't know anyone. And so learning to make new friends and meet people and being successful in a completely new area. Impact, academically, I gained some real-world applications of teaching. I've learned a lot of theories in all my education classes, and it was wonderful finally seeing them in a real-life setting. And then it also led to research that I completed during Block 5 of my education senior seminar that I presented at Symposium a few weeks ago. Professionally, I networked a lot. I met a lot of different teachers, principals, superintendents, a variety of people that will greatly help me once I become a teacher. It also shaped my personal teaching philosophies. Throughout my education classes, I kind of knew where I stood as a teacher and what I believed, but once you start teaching, they kind of change slightly and you really realize what actually works and what doesn't and where you lie philosophy-wise, I guess. And then it also provided job experience. So whenever I do job interviews, I can say, I taught this student and this is how I worked in this situation and have real-life concrete examples. For the future, it solidified my desire to be a teacher. A lot of people get scared away after student teaching, but I decided I wanted to do it anyway, and I really realized how much this is really what I want to do with my life. And then it provided me a desire to work with middle school students. I wasn't really sure about 8th graders when I went in there, but once I started teaching them, I kind of fell in love with them. They're at a wonderful age, and I really enjoyed teaching them. So finally, just thanks. My donor is William Haffke Jr., my mentor Jody Chesbrough, and all of the Bales Elementary School staff for welcoming me into their community. My host, Katie Preston, who I lived with and was also a Cornell alum. My sponsor, Carrie Boswick, and all of the Cornell Education Department. And then this is also a picture of all the Cornell alum that are teaching in the area. We had a Cornell dinner out there, so thanks to them also.